And away we go. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Darren Green back with another one of these episodes. Happy Monday. Another mundane Monday, but it won't be that bad because, I'm here, okay? I'm here taking over the airwaves, and shout out to the people that are listening to me right now live at We Are You Radio. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the replay listeners, everybody else that's going to listen to this after 2 p.m. Hey, how y'all doing? It's another episode. I believe it's episode 232. Yeah. I had to confirm. So girl, when I tell you, it has been a minute since y'all have heard from me. Yeah, I took a break off social media and basically posting off TikTok and Instagram and, of course, YouTube. It was something that I didn't plan. Like, it was just like, girl, nothing was compelling me. I have topics planned that I was interested to talk about, throughout the week or whatever. But nothing really has compelled me to post. I have no incentive. And I've been, shadow banned. Okay. And that's just, I guess that's how you say it. I don't know if they're going to get this video or whatever. I don't even care at this point, because my listeners, my true supporters will see and, check on me to see if I posted something. So I don't even care about the algorithm at this point. But yeah, I've been shadow banned across social platforms. I put out my content and the results that I'm getting. And I know some people are going to be in the comments, well, you shouldn't do it for results. You should do it because you love doing it. Yes, I love doing it. Also, I want to get some results. Like that, the two are, mutually exclusive. You get what I'm saying? So I think that I wanted to take a step back and really, I don't know, maybe reevaluate things, change things, shift direction. This is not me quitting. Let's be very clear for y'all sitting there and say, what you trying to do? You trying to stop? Girl, you still won't get an episode every week. Okay. And we're on Mondays. Okay. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Replay listeners, 2 p.m. But I don't know. I lost a little bit of my mojo. Okay. And I need to get it back somehow. And I just feel like I've been making posts. Mainly, I make my TikTok posts. I make it for YouTube because YouTube has been showing me love. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all. Don't shout about me now. But my TikTok has really just fallen short, and it's just, I don't know. And maybe other content creators can really relate. It's just like when you give your all to a video, to a piece of content, and it's not, like I said, I don't ever want y'all to think that it's y'all. It really is the algorithm, and they do this. See, because there was this one creator that I'm mutuals with that he basically said he's done with TikTok. Like, he's not posted on TikTok anymore. And he understands that this type of social media platform has become toxic. It's not like a place where you can, find connections and find supporters and really grow or have some type of career advancement. It's not like it was before. Now it's like, okay, whoever is palatable, they'll show your post on the For You page. You'll see more, you'll get more followers, likes, comments, yada, yada, yada. Now it's become this thing where, okay, you can pay for ads, or if you do a video like this, we want you doing videos like that. Like, there's always changes when it comes to TikTok. And if you're not making those changes, your videos will just fall to the wayside. And I think that it really is frustrating when you're sitting at your space creating content, and it's really bad for people that live off the checks. Because I have a job. Okay, I don't rely on social media right now. Social media is not paying that well right now. Okay, so I know I can never just be like, oh, I'm gonna quit my job to pursue this. I wish I can, but at this point I cannot. But I can't imagine anybody that chose the life of being an influencer or content creator or whatever, you are trying to pay your bills with the checks that you're getting from TikTok, and TikTok is not TikToking. Okay. And on your time. So I was like, no, I'm gonna take a step back. I'm not gonna be running this hamster wheel and y'all giving me peanuts. I'm not doing that. Okay. So I took a break, and it actually felt good. It actually felt good. I've been watching the Avatar Last Airbender. It's the live action is on Netflix, and I just literally finished it last week. And then I was like, let me watch the cartoon to compare or whatever. So I've been watching that every time I come home from work, child, because I got to decompress after that. And I was watching like the old cartoon and, just doing what I got to do, eating right, not worrying about what's going on social media. Cause I feel like once I get home, it's like I'm into my second job, which is this. And it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And anybody that does content or try to do content creating for a long time and you've seen results, but it's always up and down. Some months are you up there. Okay, they give you the money. They doing this. You get, and it's not even about the money, but it's the views and just the dopamine of, getting a lot of views or whatever the case is. And then boom, next month you're making $2. You got 2 views, 100 people watching you. Now they shadow banning your stuff. Now only a certain amount of people can see it. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. I'm not going to quit. You're still going to get a show every week. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm definitely going to scale back on my posting on TikTok. We're going to do more uploads on YouTube. I'm going to try to transition into me being a YouTuber rather than a TikToker. Really, I'm a podcaster. Let's be very clear. I'm a podcaster first. Let me put that bomb on here, child. I'm a podcaster first. I lived over there on TikTok just because they was paying me well and I was getting, it's for career advancement and getting brand deals. And I did do some of that. I have, collabed with people and was able to, make a start on there, whatever the case is. But it's just, if you're not palatable, if you're not the right look or the right, what you're saying content wise, how your videos look, they're just not going to push you. And at this point, I'm not going to keep playing this. Like I said, I'm not going to keep running on this hamster wheel and y'all not doing nothing for me. So without further ado, I talk too much, girl. Let's get into these topics. We got to get into the whole Diddy situation today. Yeah, okay, them allegations that done came out allegedly. We got to talk about Reesa Teesa because she fires back at the haters. Shout out to her. Then we'll get into news and music where we got to talk about Cardi's new single. And then also Chloe dropped a single as well. And Nicki is on her way to touring. All that and more on the Darren Green Show. The first topic that we're going to get into is none other than the Diddy situation. Okay, because girl, when I tell y'all, now, like I said, I wasn't on social media. Well, I was on social media. I'm never not going to be on social media, but I wasn't posting. But I definitely have been following this story, and it got messier by the day last week. And I'm not going to get into the ins and outs because it's basically this person's coming out and making a lawsuit. Diddy's team is coming out, and then all the people that the person talked about are kind of making their little responses or whatever. I'm going to read this writing from TMZ because this is where the information came from, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. Now, in legal documents obtained by TMZ, Rodney Jones, a former producer and videographer for the mogul, claims he was repeatedly sexually assaulted by Diddy and subjected to unwanted advances by associates of Diddy in his direction. Now, Jones claims Diddy, among others, would grope Jones by his you-know-what and touch him in his you-know-what in the back. Jones goes on to allege that Diddy would parade around in the nude in front of Jones. Jones believes that Diddy was trying to groom him into having sex. Okay. He says that Diddy would downplay the allegations as, horseplay. And, in this 73-page lawsuit, we're not going to get into everything that was said. Now, he did say that Diddy had showed him a video involving Stevie J having sex with another man, child. And there was like a still from I think in that, what TMZ showed, it was a still from that video of what's his name? Stevie J, which was it was a video that was circulating around a long time ago, but I mean, there was no proof of it actually being him, and the video was kind of blurry, right? But just follow me with that, right? Now, there has been many names that has been thrown out on this lawsuit. You're talking names like Stevie J, like I mentioned, Young Miami, Usher, Meek Mill, damn near, because in there, because I think academics pointed it out that, another person that would be doing the bending, okay, was a rapper that dated Nicki Minaj from Philly. So people connected the dots, okay? And, Meek Mill has been going back and forth so he's been spiraling all over Twitter about this situation. I mean, my thing is this: if it ain't true, why are we so worried? But I'm gonna put a pin on that situation. We'll get back to the Diddy thing. Now he's saying that there's a lot of trafficking, going on. Diddy's son Justin was involved in this. He even also brought up Young Miami, saying that Young Miami was, doing some scandalous things with Diddy and all that stuff. The actor Cuba Gooding Jr. was also involved. He fondled Jones allegedly, and they had like a system of bringing in underage women to parties and stuff like that to do heinous things. It's a lot that's being said in this 73-page lawsuit. Okay. Like I said, we're not going to get into everything. We're just going to talk about the basics and just talk about what I feel. Now, I'm not saying that this man is lying, but there are some things that are a bit far-fetched. Okay, let's be very clear. Now, they already debunked the whole Stevie J video because the porn star Knockout, which if y'all know girls, honey, the girls, honey, if y'all know, Knockout has been posting on his Twitter platform saying that, hey, this video was me. And this is, I don't want to be tied into this whole situation because I ain't got nothing to do with it. This is a video. This is not Stevie J. This is me. So his stuff is already getting debunked. TMZ reported it already. So that's looking bad on Mr. Jones's part. And also, not for nothing, do I think that there is some trafficking going on and that he potentially saw something? I'm talking about Jones. Hell yeah. I definitely feel like, there was some things that happened behind closed doors. But those things have to be proven and we need to get some real receipts. Okay. And you showing this blurred still from a porno, that was the worst thing that you've ever done. And that is completely making people want to throw away your case and not really believe what you're saying. And also, I think that the boy's talking too much. You got on a video, okay, talking about how you weren't paid properly for the whole, I think, Love. I don't know what Diddy's album is called. It's some type of R&B album that he was trying to put out. Now, apparently Jones was a producer on there and was working with him, and he was just talking in the video. He was just basically talking about how he was not paid right, and he definitely sued them before. He sued Diddy before. Okay, it didn't really work out because you probably then signed some contracts that said, hey, you agreed to this, and now you got to take it. You get what I'm saying? So it's not looking good that you had that video out and then you made a GoFundMe and then, okay, apparently this didn't work out. So now you're trying to jump on the bandwagon of the SA allegations, which I think that it would undermine everything Cassie did, even though she did settle. That's here nor there. But, other women that have came out and said that Diddy did this to me. We had a woman recently I just seen on the blog saying that, well, Diddy shot me in the face. There was this one lady, like for real. I'm just like, it's some stuff going on. It's some real things happening. And you are inserting yourself because you didn't win with one lawsuit. Now you're going to try to do another lawsuit. I want to get Diddy as much as the next person. I want him to be officially canceled as much as the next person, but we got to do it the right way. And just because you didn't get paid for your situation does not mean that you want to just jump on some bandwagon, because now it undermines everyone before and after coming out with these allegations. Now everyone is not going to believe them. Cassie's situation is now debunked. Now, oh no, she probably lying, looking for money. And now that she settled, it looks worse. But I think after this situation and you bringing up other people and not bringing up Diddy. Now, if these people that you saying, these men, these rappers that you saying was doing the dirty deed with Diddy, at the end of the day, you not saying it's consensual or not. So if they was in on it, why are you outing them like that? And why are you putting it in a lawsuit? Because what are you suing him for that? If that was the case, if that makes sense, right? But I don't know. I think that this situation is very convoluted. We've seen people like Stevie J come out and talk about, oh, I'm highly favored by God. This ain't got nothing to do with me. Like I said, Meek Mill spiraling out of control. I don't know what he's tweeting. I'm not even going to begin to talk about what he's been talking about, child. Him and DJ Academics is going back and forth trying to prove that he gay or not. It's just a mess. But do I think that there is some shiesty stuff going on with Diddy? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. But this is just not the way, and this is really going to undermine a lot of things that has been put in motion with getting Diddy, holding him accountable. I think that what this man is doing is very problematic and it's very desperate. Okay. You didn't get paid. You didn't get paid what your worth was when you was working on his album that he was this little R&B album that he was trying to put out. You jumped on this bandwagon. Now I could be wrong. I hope I am wrong. I think with that video, it just really ruined his case and is making a lot of people side eye the whole situation. That's just my thoughts. I have to keep it, real to what, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. But yeah, y'all will tell me what y'all think in the comments on that. We can move on. Now, I did want to get into the whole Reesa Teesa situation. Let me tell you something. This woman is milking the situation, and shout out to her for doing that. Okay, shout out to Reesa Teesa. Okay, she recently did an interview with Tamron Hall. Okay, she's doing her rounds of, I guess, doing a little press run or whatever since her viral moment on TikTok where she did a 50-part story time about how this man played her and gaslit her and all this other stuff, right? And a lot of people's responses were, they was showing love. They were saying, dang, I can't believe this happened to you. Then we had some people like Charmaine the Goddess and Just Unhilarious, making their claims and saying that, with Charmaine saying that it's giving big back energy and all this other stuff, people really was, really coming for her. I didn't even know that there was people that were saying that she was clout chasing, which is I find so funny, but we'll get into it. But this was essentially her clip for Tamron Hall. So for my visual listeners, I probably got to block this out because last time YouTube tried me. Okay, so here's what she had to say with her interview.
Negative comments have hurt the most, I guess.
The ones where they say, she did this for clout. This is not the way to get clout. Because you are literally opening up yourself, and again, you're being vulnerable. Those hurt. The ones that talk about the fact, and I know people have seen this, she does not look like what a VP would date. And it was a woman, it was a TikTok creator who was talking about my looks. And then there was a very famous personality that called me a big back, talking about my weight. And so it's things like that I'm like, Jesus, I can already admit I'm self-conscious, as a heavier woman. I feel like how I look should not dictate whether or not I deserve what I want. So that was disappointing, and it was hurtful, especially the one that was the more famous personality. Because again, I'm more than just my weight, and not to mention, it's hard. I will admit this, I appreciate when I've met both men and women who have said thank you. Because for me, it's like, okay, I know I'm getting attacked, but it did help somebody. When I hear someone that said, girl, I watched all 50 parts, I genuinely am humbled that someone took 500 minutes out of their life and watched the story that I went through. And my prayer is that, again, if there is a woman or man who's like, I want to be married, I want kids, I want this, and I need to have it right now, and something's wrong, but you're afraid to investigate because you're afraid that you might be wrong. And it's like, I'm here to say, look, it costs nothing to verify. But if you don't verify, honey, it may cost you everything.
Ooh.
What?
Honey, okay, all right. I think we all can really take for what she said with her whole 50-part story and look at, let's be very clear. A lot of us, maybe not all of us, because some people are skeptical than others, we've looked past red flags before. And, one red flag after another, and then another, and then until you get to a point where it's like, okay, I'm done with this, and I'm moving on. So she was really just sharing her story, and I think that there's nothing wrong with that. For people to say that this was some type of a clout chase, I think that's wild. But my thing is this: if she was clout chasing, so what? I mean, our jobs as content creators is to go viral for whatever content that we're making, and so we can gain some immense success from it. Okay. At that point, with that logic, everybody that does content is a clout chaser. Everybody that's on social media making content, I'm a clout chaser. I mean, of course, I would want clips of my show to be plastered all over social media and talked about. That's just the goal of a content creator. I don't think it's right to say that it's clout chasing. I just felt like that whole notion was just dumb, and whoever said that is dumb. Let's be very clear, or it's probably not a content creator. But as for Charmaine the Goddess, that called her a big back, or saying that this is big back energy. I've seen so many small back, like T.S. Madison said, there's so many small back women that fell for somebody's lies as well, that has been dogged by men as well, men or women, whatever the case is. I mean, just Unhilarious could relate. She not a big back. You get what I'm saying? So for him to insinuate that, and I think the implications were that, you know, big people are prone to accept the red flags, or they choose not to see the red flags because, you know, they're desperate, and, you know, because big people don't have nobody. Nobody wants them. So they get any person that will give them, that will, you know, pay attention to them for a couple of seconds or whatever. Like, there's this notion that, you know, we'll never find love because of our appearance, and people, you know, we have to settle for people that don't really have our best interests, which is a freaking lie. And there's always somebody for somebody. But at the end of the day, this could have happened to anybody. Okay, anybody that wasn't looking at them red flags. Now, I think that's the moral of her story, and shout out to her because of it. Because I think that it did help a lot of people really realize that, hey, I need to start looking at these red flags, because it can mean a lot of things. Okay, your assets, your money, whatever. So I'm glad that she made this video. A lot of us do that. Like, I was having a conversation with my mom earlier today, actually, when we were talking about like a family member that chose to stay with somebody that done cheated on them twice. You know, and I think that my whole thing is, well, the response to me was like, oh, well, you never been in love before, because I had never been in a relationship before. I don't know if y'all know that, but I never been in a relationship before. I mean, I've talked to dudes, never worked out. But like, because I didn't have that, I don't know what it feels like when I'm in the situation. Let me tell you something right now. I don't care how far in love I am in, if I see some damning red flags. Now, and my thing is this: your partner is there's gonna be some toxic traits. Okay, that's with any friendship, relationship, whatever the case is. Now, are those traits manageable or not? You cheat on me, that's not manageable. I'm getting the hell up out of there. You are not disrupting my peace. Okay, let's be very clear on that. So no, I think that I loved her story, and I hope I see her again doing something else. She has over like 1 million followers on TikTok. She'll probably do a show off of this. I'm telling you, they're probably gonna make this into a show or like a movie, child. Hopefully it's not gonna be on Tubi. Probably be on something like Peacock or something like that. But, you know, I'm definitely interested to see what is next for Miss Reesa. Teesa, I mean, girl, this girl she can start a podcast. She got a good voice, you know, and yeah, we'll just keep it moving. I think people should just, you know, just show a little bit more empathy for people. That's just my whole thing with the situation. I know Charmaine he's a jokester. He really didn't mean it like that, or whatever the case is, but just show a little empathy. Anyway, let's move on. So I wanted to get into the whole news and music situation. We got some new songs that came out this Friday, and also just some other news that I wanted to get into also. Now, I wanted to start with talking about this Cardi B freestyle. Okay, so the Like What freestyle. Okay, it's sampled Missy Elliott's song. I'm young. Sorry. I don't know. I know it's a Missy song because I heard it before. I heard her rap it before. I don't know what the song is called. So somebody in the comments, please tell me. But I know it's a Missy sample. Okay. Now, I wish it wasn't a Missy sample. And I mean this, and I know so there's gonna be some Barty gangs in my comments cursing me out, calling me big and all this other stuff, because after what I'm about to say, I did not enjoy this song at all. But I will be honest, because when I heard the snippet, the first snippet that she actually made, I was intrigued, because it sounded like it was gonna, you know, she was gonna change the beat around. You get what I'm saying? It was gonna be something different or something new, because the way that the music kind of draw back from the original song. So I'm like, okay, she's gonna do some mixing with this. She's gonna mix it up. Like, for example, like with the Bia, because Bia did a sample of that same Missy song. And I'm not trying to compare the two, because I didn't really like Bia's song either. I don't really care for Bia either. Let's be very clear. But like the way she did it though, she mixed Missy's song with like a drill beat, which I thought was cute. I mean, I didn't care what she was saying, but I thought that the music in the background was cute, the beat and everything. With Cardi, this was basically you took the song and then you just rapped over it. And then my whole thing with this sampling, could we change it up a little bit? Could we not oversaturate music now, like the new music that's coming out now with samples? Let me piece it like this. Remember back in the day, and I'm talking to, I guess, my generation, the 20-somethings. Okay, I'm like 26 to be exact. Okay. Remember when we used to listen to a song, preferably a Kanye West song or a Drake song, and we're like, oh my God, we're mesmerized by the sound. And you hear that original song, like the sample that it came from, because you didn't know it was a sample in the first place. You just listened to the original sample, and it's like, he stole from Drake. And then your parents be like, no, actually, this was the original song. And you're like, oh my goodness, I never knew this was a sample. Why are we making samples like that? Samples that make me not think of the song that it came from. You get what I'm saying? Because it's so new. It's a new sound. Kanye West did it the best. Drake also did it also. Nicki did it a little bit too with the whole Your Love thing. Yeah, that was a sample. And then also Check It Out was a sample too. And looking back, I'm like, dang, like these sound like two different songs, but it's a sample from the original song. So I think that this is the problem. I think a lot of people are just taking the beats from that original song, either rapping over it or singing over it, doing a couple of little changes, and it's just not coming out right. And that's just my whole thing with that song. There also was no memorable lines. I'm sorry, Cardi. I don't care about that Coach bar. You took a dig at Coach and you tried to make it go viral by saying, I'm not trying to offend nobody. I'm not trying to offend. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody cared that you made a Coach dig except for Coach, because Coach was like, we love Cardi. Shout out to that. But like it just don't have any memorable lines, like not like Back Like Money or Bodak Yellow or something like, or I Like It, like where you can remember some stuff that she said on there. It just is not memorable. You know, Joe Budden also spoke on Cardi. I wanted to play it. Hold on, let me see, because this ties into another topic as well. But this is what he had to say.
Get to Cardi B. Cardi B is afraid. And I'm tired of just nobody saying it. Cardi B is scared to come out. It don't take this long to come out. They recently just found every year where she plugged that she was coming, dating back to 2019. It's like 6 different slides in different years of you saying, hey, I have something coming. Even this freestyle was previewed a year ago.
For real?
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, she was on live and somewhere and played this shit. This ain't new off the stove. Offset the other day in his story. Yeah, I wish my baby would just drop.
I
thought what that was are you afraid of?
Now he's saying that Cardi is scared of dropping music. Do I think she's scared? I think that she waited too long. A lot of people said this. She has definitely waited too long to come out with music, to the point where anything that you put out, it's like highly critiqued. Because now we're comparing it to way back when you dropped this. And what she's been dropping is has just not been good. It's not bad. It's mediocre at best. The music video's cute. The looks, choreograph, whatever you want to call it, the direction of, the music videos and stuff like that. Even this album cover, I thought it was cute. I loved her with the little pink contacts and lashes and all that. It's cute. It's nice look. It's almost like how films are. like how people talk about how, the film industry is like kind of declining. Like we're coming out with these movies that like are bad in story, but they look good in graphics. I feel the same with this. It's like everything looks good, but then when we actually hear the music and the bars, it's just not hitting and sticking. And I'm not saying this because I'm a barb, because I threw away the whole stan culture thing. I mean, I'm for everybody, and there is music that I really do like from Cardi. But this just ain't it. We gotta do something. I don't know if you gotta get some new writers or you gotta start putting girl or get new producers. And really, this sample is not really a dig to Cardi because at the end of the day, she wanted to do whatever. Producers, are we not making original content no more? What's going on? I mean, can we not make songs that sound like different? I don't know. But anyway, let's move on the news and music. Now, I also wanted to get into some music that I actually liked. You know, Chloe Bailey dropped FYS. Okay. And that was a cute little bop. That was, you know, and this is what I'm talking about. You know, I felt like with her album beforehand, she definitely had some elements in there that I loved. Like she had some songs in there I really enjoyed, right? But she also had songs that she pushed that I didn't really care for, like Cheat Back and all that other stuff. And then that song that she did with Lotto, it gave very much old R&B, like old Y2K 2000s type R&B vibe, which I'm like, girl, we're not in 2000s no more, honey. It's 2024. I love this because this sounds different. Okay, this is a different sound. I love the ending, like the vocals at the end. Like, what is going on here? Like, this is what we've been waiting for. Okay, so I'm definitely intrigued to see what she has in store for us. I love this song. This is on my personal playlist. Okay, and shout out to Chloe. All right, now let's move on. Now, I wanted to get into Nicki a little bit. Nicki done started her tour. She done started her tour, child, in Oakland, California. Okay, first of all, the bangs, okay, it's given very much 2010 again. Okay, I love it. Stage presence is good. She's still doing this with the microphone, telling people like, it's cool. I ain't got a problem with it. Me and my best friend literally today, we just bought tickets because I'm going to the one in Newark. Okay, Newark, New Jersey, child. It's the same arena that I got my bachelor's degree in. So it's so crazy how that's a thing. But yeah, me and my best friend bought tickets for it. I think that it is good. I think that, I'm looking at some of the comments talk about oh my gosh, she ain't got no stage presence. Like I don't want to just be there and she moving around. I'm like, let me tell you something. She ain't just moving around. Let's be very clear. She is doing a little bit of choreographic, but it's a rapper. She's a rapper. This is not a Beyonce concert, okay? This is not a Michael Jackson concert where she's doing flips and runs and dance moves. She is a rapper. She's doing better than what these men be doing, walking around with a damn white beater in an empty stage. I love the background, like the whole Gag City pink buildings and stuff like that. That is cute. When I saw that last night, I'm like, I talked to my best. I'm like, girl, we need to, because look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry, Nicki. I'm sorry, but I was a little hesitant. Okay. Because I'm like, girl, she gonna cancel the show? Because I think last time when it came to Queen, me and my best friend bought tickets and the show got canceled. Let me just knock on wood right now, child, because I don't need nothing to be canceled. So I was just like, I don't know. I'm gonna wait till the first show happens or whatever to see. And I seen that show. I was like, oh no. I texted my best friend. I was like, girl, we gotta go. We gotta go. So I will be talking more about it once I see the concert for myself and, get my outfit together. I might post some stuff on the gram or whatever, child. Get some posts out the way, this, that, and the third. Let's move on. We got some side topics to get into before I get up out of here. Okay. The Married to Medicine reunion is happening. By the time this episode drops, it's not, because I taped this on Saturday. I would have watched the reunion on Sunday, and I'll probably I might do a video on it because I don't like where this conversation is going. They shared a clip and they showed the fact that Heavenly thought, or the girls thought, that Quad was the one that outed the resurfaced clip of Jackie talking about not believing or saying that black women patients cry wolf, saying that Quad has something to do with the outage of that. And I think that that's so weird. And I think that this is definitely a way for them to out Quad or see what you're doing. You're insubordinate to the group, so we don't want you around. This is definitely a witch hunt. at best. And I think for everyone to sit there and just, be like, well, I don't know. And then we see Jackie looking over there like she's so hurt by what Quad allegedly did. You girls are freaking cowards. And I'm actually done with this show. But I'm going to watch that reunion. I'm going to watch this reunion just to see what's going on. But, if they're not going to bring back Quad, I'm done. Like, I'm not watching Married to Medicine no more because them girls is corny and it's going to be boring like the last couple episodes of this dang season was. Okay. All right. Now, another thing I wanted to get into was Kelsey Child. Megan Thee Stallion's ex-best friend girl. She doing a tell-all. She going to be talking about the situation, child, on somebody's show. I think it's the Danza Project. I guess it's a podcast. She's going to be talking about her side of the story. So, I mean, like, at this point, what else are you going to say? And anything you say is probably going to be held against you in the court of law if you say something damning to the situation. So I'm like, what more do you have to say? You didn't say much when you were on Stan. So what are you really going to say on this little podcast episode? I really don't know. I will be tuning in and I will be, addressing it. But like, girl, what do you have to say at this point that you didn't already say at the actual law, the court, the case? I don't know, child. Y'all tell me what y'all thinking about. I don't know, child. Y'all tell me what y'all think about in the comments. One other topic that I wanted to get into is just, girl, Ghana. On Wednesday, Ghana passed a highly controversial anti-LGBT bill, potentially leading to sentences up to 5 years for those found guilty of engaging in same-sex acts. The bill, introduced 3 years ago, it criminalizes members of the LGBTQ community along with its supporters. So not only the people that's in the community, but anybody that supports the community could be liable for, prison time of up to 5 years. This includes the promotion and funding of related activities. I'm guessing Pride and just other things. I think that this is so horrible. I think that I'm not even going to look at the comments, shot, because I already know what's going to say, well, no, y'all shouldn't worry about what other countries do with their people, and that's their customs, and they believe in God, and God is always first and not last, and you can't make people accept you, and da-da-da-da-da, and it just don't go there. My concern is not me going there for any trip, because I had no intentions before of going to Ghana, never thought about it, never will. But my concern is for the people that are LGBT that unfortunately have to live at that country, a country that they probably were born in, the country that they lived in their entire lives, and to look at their government and say, we don't want you here. We hate you. Because that's what that is. This is hate. I don't care how you dice, how you slice. I don't care if you think this is justice, trying to say, hey, we're a Christian state or whatever, this, that, and third, whatever that means. This is hate. Because ain't nobody saying, I don't care about acceptance. And that's the thing too. That's the common misconception. That we care about accepting, oh, you want to accept me, please accept me, accept me, accept me. We don't care about that. Respect, okay? I don't think that people should be getting any jail time because of who they want to be with and who they want to, get into a relationship with. So no, I think that that's some bull crap. And the fact that their country has so much poverty, y'all worried about some two dudes kissing, and y'all not trying to figure out what's going on economically with y'all. Y'all getting y'all priorities messed up, and y'all got that white man in y'all heads. That's what this is. They want to say, oh, the white man was making people gay. No, it's no, they making y'all be hateful like they are. Colonizers. I'm not saying all white people, child, because that's not the case. Okay, we don't want to sit there and do that. You know what I'm saying? But something definitely has to give, and I think that this is very unfortunate. This is a sad story. I feel bad for anybody, and if there's anybody that's in there that's LGBT, I'm pretty sure there's a good community of y'all. Flee the country. There are about 6 countries in that continent that accept same-sex marriages. 6 out of how many countries that's in Africa? I don't know how many countries in Africa. I know it's a lot, but there's only 6. So I would try to, flee to those countries, figure out what it is. And it's so easy for me to say that, like it's something that's easy to do, but y'all got to get out of there. I'm not, y'all got to get out of there. But anyway, that's it for this show. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I'm about to get up out of here. Hope you enjoyed the show. You know, I didn't even show y'all this, you know, for my visual listeners. Hey, I'm rocking the We Are You Radio merch, period. Get y'all merch on the website. Okay, let me put in that little shameless plug before I get out of here. And I will see you guys next time, next Monday, of course.